No, just no like
no special weirdo roles.
No, just regular roles.
I'm so sorry, I forgot. Do you hear that?
I don't want to do it. I don't want to. But I've been left with no choice. It seems I must defend Pokimane today. I'm the White Knight, okay? I am the simp. I'm saving her from the army of incels. Because the number one thing you guys need to know about me is that I respect women. Pokimane is one of the biggest streamers on Twitch. She averages like 8,000 viewers and is friends with a lot of other members of the Twitch aristocracy. And she's also somewhat hated outside of Twitch. I've made videos in the past on her. Leafy has made videos on her, like 10 of them. I mean, he got banned from YouTube for it.
You literally just fart in people's faces.
A ton of commentary channels have made videos about her, mostly for small stuff. The bigger criticisms come from a long time ago.
Sing it! Swear to God, sing it!
You ain't funny. Maybe you're just boring as and lame as hell. Cause only lame niggas say that.
Like with her copyright striking a Boblax video, or when she sort of encouraged sponsors to be dropped from It's a Gundam's channel. There is a lot to genuinely criticize Pokimane for. But the most recent story with her was that she had a video editor, apparently, who was caught gooning to her. Oh my god, I'm gooning! Which was apparently preventing him from getting work done because he couldn't stop jerking off to her.
Hey, do you have time to talk? I'm ready to finally tell you why I've been struggling so much with deadlines. And I said, oh, like, great. Hopefully this is something that we can fix. Tell me why he proceeds to tell me that the reason why he would sometimes turn around videos a week or two late is because he couldn't stop touching himself. I was trying to pick which word to use. To me, his, in a way, employer of many, many months. When I tell you I've never halted a conversation so fast, because I'm like, you are the person that I send like hours of footage to.
So I made a video about all of this, reacting to it, recounting the story of my time editing for Pokimane, okay, as her editor. It was me, okay? Because I was slandered by her. Gooning is a very serious addiction, guys. Like, we all, you know, us gooners, we need help. It's a serious situation. I don't think people should make light of it. And that's what she did. She exposed me to the world for being addicted to jerking it, to choking the chicken, so to speak. Oh my god, I'm coming! Which is why I made a video about my experience with her as her editor. I've been railing against false allegations for a long time now, and Poki knows this. You know, she knows that I'm kind of on this wave, you know, of like railing against false allegations. And despite that, she thought that I wouldn't notice. She thought I wouldn't talk about it. No, I didn't just touch myself, okay? I can't use my anymore. You shut me out of your life. Somebody who's cared about you, somebody who's been your friend for years, somebody who's had your back through every drama, through every situation, okay? But apparently I'm the piece of because I gooned a few times and had a few late video edits. Like, Jesus. No, it's hard to be the one, you know, it's hard to be the one guy that's just being honest, you know. I'm afraid I'm gonna get made fun of, but, you know, I mean, when it comes to a serious situation like this, like, you know, you just gotta you gotta do the right thing.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Okay, in all seriousness though, I mean, it is weird that her editor was apparently gooning to her. 5,000 people on YouTube made videos about this, like Just a Gundam and August the Duck. And so Pokimane made this tweet following all of it to clarify the situation. She says, "Thank you for the dozens of editor applications sent to my email today, Lamau, but this happened years ago. Also, the tweet and wording is kind of misleading. He said this to me, but didn't directly say it was about me. Either way, the convo ended and the working relationship died." So I saw this tweet and I was like, what the f? Like, she lied, clearly, right? Because in the video itself, she says that he was gooning to her. Or did she? Let's rewind that footage. Let's enhance. Kowalski, analysis.
Kowalski, where does this aircraft go?
From the odd shape of this bagel, I'd say we're headed for Paris.
You know who else was in Paris?
Nick. Hey, do you have time to talk? I'm ready to finally tell you why I've been struggling so much with deadlines. And I said, oh, like, great. Hopefully this is something that we can fix. Tell me why he proceeds to tell me that the reason why he would sometimes turn around videos a week or two late is because he couldn't stop touching himself. I was trying to pick which word to use. To me, his, in a way, employer of many, many months.
The exact quote is, "Hey, do you have time to talk? I'm ready to finally tell you why I've been struggling so much with deadlines." And I said, "Oh great, hopefully this is something that we can fix." Tell me why he then proceeds to tell me why he would sometimes turn around videos a week or two late because he couldn't stop touching himself. I was trying to pick the word to choose. To me, his, in a way, employer of many, many months. So if we reanalyze it, from the way that she delivers it, it sounds like she's saying that he was jerking it to her. But in reality, I think what she was saying was that he was telling it to her, not that she was the one being gooned to. Like he was confessing to her that he had a addiction to gooning, not that he was gooning to her. Now that isn't made better by, you know, that after the fact she says that she's sending hours and hours of footage to him, but I think she actually just like worded things poorly here. I think she actually was trying to say he told her that he was addicted to masturbating, not not that he was addicted to masturbating to her. She says to me, his in a way employer. She's saying the editor was saying it to her, not jacking it to her.
Jacking it, jack, spanking it, smack.
So it seems like the gooning allegations are different. There's a differentiation here. There's a bit of an addendum to the gooning allegations, okay? He was gooning it to other stuff, and as a result could no longer get any work done for her. He wasn't gooning to her. So when I initially saw her tweet, I was like, wow, Pokimane just lied. But after running back the clip, okay, I believe she is innocent. I believe she didn't lie. I'm sorry, guys. Look, I want to shit on a woman, okay? What? I want to shit on a woman, okay? It's what's made my career at this point. Destroying women in the marketplace of ideas, you know, because they need to be destroyed, obviously. But in this case, it seems to me that the truth was told by Pokimane, okay? In this case, Pokimane was goated with the sauce. She didn't actually lie. Now, in fairness, her wording here was poor, and that's what led so many people like myself to believe that he was jerking it to her.
Also, tweet wording kind of misled. He said this to me, but didn't directly say it. It was about me. Wait, that's a complete different story then. The distinction between jerking off to your employees' video that they send to you is I think guys, it's universes of differences. He said it's to me, but didn't directly say it was about me. Dude, that is not how this comes across at all.
But realistically, I was thinking like, okay, let's say he actually was gooning to her. Why wouldn't she just keep the lie going? Like, why even come out and make this statement now? I mean, on one hand, maybe the editor messaged her and was mad about it, but I don't really think that happened. She didn't say it happened. And we haven't seen this guy make any kind of public statement. I have no evidence of that. So realistically, all I can really take from the situation is that Pokimane genuinely did mean what it seems like in the transcript. Her delivery was just horrible. And a lot of people are shitting on her right now on Twitter. They're like, she fucking lied. She lied about the editor should sue her or something. But you know what? After looking at what she actually said, I mean, it was worded in such a way that I think it's hard to blame anyone for coming to the conclusion that he was jerking it to her. But after reanalyzing it, after reanalyzing the actual words that were said, she's basically got like this sentence she's trying to say where she's like, he confessed to me that he was gooning and that's why he couldn't do it. He told me, his employer. But the way it came across is he was gooning to me, his employer. This is such a I can't believe this is like what I'm talking about right now. My life is fucking over. So after seeing a bunch of people mad at her over this, I decided to see the full VOD from her Twitch to see the full context.
There was one editor in particular that I would work with a lot because his edits were really, really good, but he had one major problem, which was that sometimes out of nowhere, his videos would just be like a week or two late. And when you're trying to upload consistently, and when that's really important for the algorithm, it's kind of a problem. But his edits were fucking heat. So I was just like, I don't know. I was like trying to make it work with him, and I would ask him like, is there anything that I can help with? Anything that I can do to kind of like make it easier to be on time? And like, you're welcome to tell me if you're going to be a bit slower with the upload so that maybe we can work around it, blah, 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 blah. Months go by and he messages me out of the blue and he says, hey, do you have time to talk? I'm ready to finally tell you why I've been struggling so much with deadlines. And I said, oh, like, great. Hopefully this is something that we can fix. Tell me why he proceeds to tell me that the reason why he would sometimes turn around videos a week or two late is because he couldn't stop touching himself. I was trying to pick which word to use. To me, his, in a way, employer of many, many months. When I tell you I've never halted a conversation so fast, because I'm like, you are the person that I send like hours of footage to. I don't want to know what you're jacking it to. I don't want to know more. I shouldn't even know how much I know right now. I shouldn't know. But I felt so bad, and I have firsthand experience kind of seeing how much where's that sentence going? I have firsthand experience seeing other people struggle with addiction. So firsthand, shut up. I mean, like, I've seen people that I've even lived with struggle with addiction. So when he's like, you know, like, this is like an addiction of mine, I genuinely felt really, really bad. So I still paid him for months. Just because I didn't want to be the reason that he like didn't have enough money. I don't know, you know? Was it extremely inappropriate of him to tell me? Yeah. I also didn't tell anyone for years, and then years later I told my manager, and she looks at me like this. She's like, "Bitch, the fuck?" I was like, yeah, I was too shy to tell anyone. Yeah, it was a little kooky beans. But like, there is no guidebook on what to do in a situation like that. You know what I mean? What the hell do I do? Fire him? Am I even allowed to fire someone because they're jacking off too much? I don't know. I was like, is that prejudicial? Is that prejudicial?
Sorry for the long clip. Admittedly, her wording was still quite terrible, but after looking over all of it, okay, after having Kowalski's analysis here, I have come to the conclusion that Pokimane, in fact, was saying that he was telling her that he was jerking off, not that he was jerking off to her, basically. This is what I've discovered. Now, everyone's favorite Canadian disabled person also agrees with my take, believe it or not, which is fire.
I don't think it's bad per se, like flat out, because as far as we can tell, the way it was said is that the guy wasn't jerking it to her. He was just jerking it in general.
I mean, I'm like making alliances with the entire Twitch community today, okay? I'm gonna be in Ludwig's best friend tomorrow. Like, I'm defending Pokimane. XQC agrees with me, like, we're on the same page. It's based. The based alliance is finally happening.
This is the most important part. It's the French touch. Look at this. A little bit of vanilla. Oh, the fragrances. Dump it. Easy.
I'm gonna be at the Streamies. I'm gonna win best up and coming streamer. I'm gonna beat Frogan in the Streamy Awards. It's based.
America, here is your winner.
Grimace.
Purple milkshakes to die for.
I'm finally gonna get the recognition that I have always deserved for being the greatest Twitch streamer known to man. Once again, I don't really blame anyone for thinking otherwise, like, because realistically, you have to watch the clip a few times to understand what the fuck she meant.
How Coomer-brained must you be, not only to do this degenerate act of just fucking beating your meat to a streamer's gameplay footage that you're editing, but then tell her that the reason you're late on some of the edits is because you can't stop squeezing your hog to the footage that she sends you.
But it does seem like she's genuinely telling the truth with that tweet, okay? I mean, let me put it this way. If the guy was genuinely constantly stroking it to her, I feel like knowing who Pokimane is and how she is, like, I feel like she would have seen it as less funny and more seen it as like an affront to female gamers everywhere, and she would have like started a big crusade about how video editors need to be phantom taxed from this world. Like, that's probably what would have happened. But instead, she just kept the entire thing kind of low-key. She never tweeted about it apart from her one clarification. And I understand people being upset for the sake of the editor because the way it's being characterized online is not the way it actually played out in reality. But realistically, she never said his name. It probably didn't cost him any professional opportunities in the future, so he's probably fine. And if he's not, I mean, you know, tough luck. Like, you probably shouldn't tell your boss that you can't stop masturbating and that's why you can't come into work today. I don't even know how we got to this point, but it's the point we're at. I'm still genuinely perplexed by this, by the way. Like, realistically, I don't think you can physically bust more than like 5 times a day. And then by that, like, 5th one, even like the 4th one, it's going to be pretty pathetic offerings. You know, it's not going to be impressive. Like, by the fucking 3rd one, you're already like you're not supposed to go further. Like that's kind of the cap, okay? Maybe if you take the pills that PKA makes, the whole lock and load stuff that just makes Woody's gamer tag come buckets every day, maybe then it would be different. But even then, like your dick has just got to be hurting at that point. After like 4 nuts, it's kind of over. And even going up that high is kind of insane. So the other question to this scientific, sort of math equation here, this study is like, how could jerking off take that much time? Because you're not just like, does it take you like 10 hours to come? And that's when it really hit me. Okay, that's when the truth of this matter hit me. He wasn't addicted to gooning. He was addicted to edging. Because if you're jerking it to finish, then that's one thing. But if you never finish, hypothetically, you can go all day. And once you've edged for 24 hours straight, I mean, if you can just not come for that long, you're basically a fucking god. You can do anything. You edge for 24 hours and you turn into Kratos and you start killing all of the Olympians. Or you turn into Daniel Larson, on the other hand. These are the 2 diverging options. Anyway, bye.
Please poop in my mouth. I just want you to poop in my mouth. I'm so desperate for your poo-poo fart. Bro.